Hello, my fair citizens. Welcome to the Salt Mine. I'm your host, Strider Stone, and let's get right into the news. One of the stories we have is Golden Joystick nominating Magic the Gathering Arena for the best game community of the year. Anyway, of course, we have Zan Syed and Andre Strosky drama. We have Matt Sperling and Crokeyz drama. And of course, Jeff Hoogland versus the world, obviously. So the Golden Joystick Awards allegedly nominated Magic the Gathering Arena for the best gaming community. It's going to be up there with Destiny 2, Monster Hunter, Dreams, No Man's Sky, and Final Fantasy XIV. Now, how the fuck Magic Arena got on this list, I have absolutely no idea. If you look at all the parts of the community where Magic Arena is, being Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, anywhere, it is anything but best community. You have everyone just laughing about this. You have people like Desi, Elizabeth, Brad Nelson. Everybody thinks this is a total fucking joke because there's absolutely no way that anyone thinks this is real. Everyone just assumes that Magic Arena actually paid the Golden Joystick Awards for this to happen. Then again, I'm pretty sure every single award ceremony does the same exact thing. Whoever pays the most can get their name in the hat. I mean, just look at the absurdity of all these tweets that everyone is saying this is a joke. So let me know in the comments section below if you think it's just as ridiculous as everyone else seems to think. There does seem to be a couple people who are positive about this, the main one being Amy the Amazonian. Now, I can't quite tell if she is being facetious in her tweet or not. It's definitely possible, but she's saying we are exceptional about banding together and complaining about everything. However, we do get some stuff done when that happens. Like, we're able to get Historic Brawl. That's something. We're actually able to get Historic as well. That's also something. Granted, all this stuff took tons and tons of time to do. I don't know if that would necessarily make us the best community, though. Full stop. I don't even think that that would make us the best community. Just because we bitch and moan all the time about certain things that the game should be doing and is not doing, I'm just saying that has nothing to do with good community. That has nothing to do with good community. That just means that whatever WotC is doing with the game, they're just not doing enough and everyone's sick and tired of dealing with it. So we're just going to keep bitching and moaning until they fix it. This next part is going to be Zan Syed and Andre Strosky drama. Now, it all started out with Zan making a simple tweet. And if you don't know who Zan is kind of like an all-star with Star City Games, and Andre Strosky was in Worlds that just recently happened. While Zan was co-streaming Worlds, he actually made a tweet that said, "Hey Andre, please stop burn down the house in the Mono Green matchup. Goldspan Dragon is trash." Now, this is a huge call out, mainly because obviously Zan is not in Worlds, and Andre proceeded to go 6-0 at that time. Now, after Zan said this, all of the other pros came to back up Andre. A bunch of other people did, but mainly we have like Brad Nelson, Todd Anderson. There was a bunch of people, but Brad Nelson's tweet was probably the best. He said, "What else should the best performing MPL member do that you learned on ladder?" Ooh, that burns. And then, of course, Todd Anderson tweets out, "My face when he boards out burn down the house for Goldspan Dragon and still gets the 6-0. Everyone was so in favor of the pros here. Zan got completely ratioed. It was just embarrassing. Everyone said, hey, you're not a pro, you're not in Worlds, you're not worthy of having this kind of opinion. Regardless of what's going on, you could have the best mono green player in the world saying, hey, you should have kept in Burn Down the House and not Goldspan Dragon, and they probably still would have talked shit. To be fair, Andre was probably the best sport out of all this. You know, once he read it, he retweeted, says, thank you. Now that I have this information, I'll be unstoppable. After all of the dogpiling came in, Zan decided to release a video. He clipped the video on Twitter and came out with this.
I just want to say, if the MTG Pro community wants to paint me as the villain, I am more than happy to be your villain. You know, I can be the Joker to your Justice League. I can be your Lex Luthor to your Justice League, you know?
I will be the Joker to your Justice... I will be the Lex Luthor to your... What the fuck is going on here? what is happening? Now, of course, there was even quite a bit of blowback from this video and these comments. They're all over the place, but almost everyone said the same thing, that it was really, really cringe. And I don't know if you can come back from that level. So let me know in the comments section below what you thought about the video. Shortly after that, in the same video, Zan issued out a challenge to have all the pros go against him, racing to Mythic whenever the new season came out. After this was posted, not a single pro has responded to it or even liked the comment. I popped into Zan's stream, asked him, completely ignored. So from what I can tell, this is going absolutely nowhere. But of course, if anything comes out of it, I will let you know. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. All the news will be on there. And of course, once Strosky actually ended up losing, he made the tweet, the joke tweet of the century. He says, "I listened to Zan and look how it went." Of course, he tagged everybody and it was hilarious. Everyone thought it was funny, but I think some people took it seriously and it was a little embarrassing. But Zan had to clap back and said, "Hey, I can't take credit for that one. It was definitely you." And he threw up burning hands. The reason that he threw that up is because Strosky actually misclicked and brought in burning hands instead of the egg. So that's exactly why he lost. It had nothing to do with Goldspan Dragon versus Burn the House. It had nothing to do with that. Again, between Strosky and Zan, everything seems perfectly fine. It all seems like friendly banter. It's just everyone else that's getting involved, making it into one giant thing that it really fucking isn't. So I don't know where to go with it now. And we have a lot of prominent figures in the community that are still saying shit, like Cedric Phillips saying, "Insert witty comment about needing to ban a combination of Sarah's Emissary and Indomitable creativity in Historic," saying, "Isn't this the guy who keeps tweeting that X, Y, and Z is broken just because he wins with it on ladder? Seems pretty clear it's just bait. So in the sense, I doubt it's real." Yeah. So we have pros just completely discrediting Zan for everything that he's accomplished, and it seems pretty disrespectful. However, obviously Zan was kind of a douche when he made his comments. So let me know who you think is in the right. Is everyone wrong? Is everyone just a bunch of douchebags? Do we have the best community? Are we worthy of the award? Let me know. Next up in the news, we have a little bit of drama between Matt Sperling and Crokeyz. Now, this is a weird one. This one started off with a baby announcement coming from Matt. Yeah, and you may ask, why is there drama coming from a baby announcement? Let's roll it. So Matt Sperling wrote, "Personal update. I became a dad. This week was the craziest and best week of my life. At least one friend of mine noticed that although I said I'd be playing Worlds from the TSM facility, it looked on my webcam like I was playing from my home. I was. My wife and I were in the hospital past midnight the night before Worlds started, and I wasn't clear whether we'd be able to induce labor at 36 weeks or if the situation would stabilize and we could get closer to the due date. Worlds was the 80th thing on my list of things to worry about at the time. This was all incredibly stressful, but the folks at WotC and my teammates who lost testing partner in some important pre-event hours, sad, were very supportive of my privacy and of what we were going through. We ended up being able to head home Thursday, and we did end up having the baby on Monday. All went well, and my wife and baby are doing great. I'm lucky to know several amazing dads like Paul and Dave that I hope to emulate, and I'm looking forward to learning how to play Magic in the 2022 MPL season on a little less sleep than I'm used to." Now this part is where it gets weird. Knowing that someone as overrated and unskilled as Crokeyz can maintain his level of play as a new dad puts me at ease about this transition. Love, Matt. Whoa! That guy just name dropped Crokeyz and made fun of him in his baby announcement. He said Worlds was 80th on his list of things to worry about, but apparently Crokeyz, after his wife, baby, other two dads, Crokeyz was 5th on his mind, apparently. And at this point, you have a ton of people giving him shit and a lot of people giving him congratulations. The people who are only giving him congratulations are the other pros and the other prominent figures in the community. The people giving him shit are all of the content creators and the fans. Now, I'm not sure if this was supposed to be an insult or a joke yet. If it was a joke, it was very poorly placed at best. So let's break this down. Knowing that someone as overrated and unskilled as Crokeyz can maintain his level of play, being completely unskilled, as a new dad puts me at ease about this transition. So this makes absolutely no sense. So even if this was a joke, it's basically saying, okay, if he's unskilled, he's still unskilled, meaning if you're good, you're still going to be good. None of this even makes sense. If it was an insult, it was a bad insult. If it was a joke, it was a bad joke and it was poorly placed. Nothing about this is remotely funny or good. This is ridiculous. How can anyone even think that this is okay? Now, the level of prominent figures who are actually supporting this kind of message, we had JRR2, Power Dragon, Blake PR, Gabby Sparts, Sam Sony, LSV, Brian Kibler. These are big fucking names, and they're actually supporting this kind of stuff. This kind of brings it all back to the best community. We have the best gaming community, because even when somebody is a piece of shit douchebag, everyone just supports them, therefore best gaming community. Now, there weren't very many personalities that actually called this comment out as some bullshit. The only three that I saw were Autumn Burchett, Jeff Hoogland, and Desi. Those were the only three. If anything else happened in DMs, I'm just not aware of it, but those were the only three, so I give respect to those three. Everyone else, that's fucking embarrassing. I couldn't even imagine being in your situation where you think that that's an okay comment to make in your baby announcement. Dude, are you kidding? Like, if you're best friends, that could be hilarious. If you're worst enemies, that's so fucking embarrassing. That brings me to my next point. And of course, Crokeyz had to respond, so he clapped back with, "Am I seeing things, or did this guy I don't know just reference me in his new baby post?" Crokeyz obliterated him. He mega-lolled Matt Who's Matt? Now, this shows two things. Number one, they're not good friends. Number two, they're not the worst enemies. So I have no idea why Crokeyz was ever in this baby post. It makes absolutely no sense. If you have any ideas or thoughts about this, let me know in the comment section below. And even better, Crokeyz came out with another tweet the next day saying, "Please stop trying to cause beef between myself and Matt Sperling." Not even Sperling. What a dick. Given my status as a professional Magic player, I cannot be seen to be punching down to a non-professional. Now, this is a giant joke that comes back to basically WotC saying, hey, we're not going to support any type of Magic pros anymore. MPL's being demolished. There's no more of that stuff. We're not going to put more money to the tournament. WotC hates professionals, and essentially there are no more Magic pros, right? All Magic pros either have to get a different job or they have to migrate over to streaming. That is essentially the only two options. And I mean, Crokeyz is right. I haven't seen Matt be a streamer. He may not be, he may have a different job. It's very possible, but that's where it is right now. However, the thing that makes me think that it's even not a joke more is that the people that called him out got blocked by him. Now, there were some people that said, hey, is there a reason you called him out? Is there a reason you put that last part in? Because it's kind of a dick move. Then he got blocked. Now, if these people were openly attacking Matt Sperling, totally get it. But these people were simply asking a question, being like, yo, what's up? What's going on? His followers, some of the people that look up to him, he's like, I ain't even gonna fucking answer you. I'm just gonna block your ass. And this leads right into our next story with Jeff Hoogland versus the world. Now, Jeff Hoogland, obviously the lord of drama when it comes to MTG. You either love him or you hate him. There's almost no in between. He posted something on Twitter that said, it will never not make me chuckle when Magic Shitter 2675, great number, complains that I block everyone on Twitter while I have 16.5 thousand followers and they have far less. Boom, first of all. Clearly, there are plenty of reasonable, decent people who can see my account. You, Magic Shitter 2675, are just not one of them. That's just kind of a teaser that goes into this story. Jeff Hoogland's main tweet that we're going to review here says, sick of it. People slinging mud and not weathering the clapback. Tale of 2 screenshots plus social media lesson below. By the way, hiding a response in your tweet basically just puts a megaphone on it. for anyone that has an ounce of understanding on how technology works. Of course, this seemed quite controversial because Anderson Leclerc replied with a tweet that said, "This is pretty rich coming from a guy who blocks people in the community for liking tweets that are joking about him. LOL." Now, what that basically meant is that anyone who liked that Leclerc tweet got blocked by Hoogland. It seems like he might have done that on stream because a lot of people were posting clips of it happening. I can't verify that because I don't have the clips to show, but that seems to be what happened. And then, of course, some other people jumped in the comments saying that some crazy videos exist. I don't know. There's some stupid shit. Listen. If you're going to make accusations, fucking have receipts. Have receipts, especially if it's a serious one. Because if it's a serious one and it's juicy, we gotta know, right? We gotta have that information. We gotta have it. Now, there are a bunch of people complaining about this. It is absolutely ridiculous how many people legitimately care about being blocked by Hoogland on Twitter. First of all, just log out of Twitter and you can go see his page. It's really easy. If you never comment on his stuff anyway, and you're just liking tweets, then what does it matter? If you just want to look at his Twitter, then just open incognito mode and go over there. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing as his Twitch. His Twitch is subscriber only mode, so unless you're paying to actually interact with him in Twitch, you're not going to be able to. It's literally the same exact thing. None of his stuff has changed. If you're in any way, shape, or form anti-Jeff Hoogland whatsoever in his Twitch channel, you get banned there too. He's been the same for like, what, 5 years? I don't even know. Like, nothing has changed. He's been the same. Why people think anything is going to be different? You go to Jeff Hoogland and you expect Jeff Hoogland. Is this news? I mean, this is news, but is that news? It shouldn't be news. Apparently it is. That's going to wrap it up for the salt mine this week, so let me know if anything else comes up in the comments section or in my Discord server, Twitter, any other way you can get a hold of me, and make sure to stay salty. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.